Good afternoon, YouTube fam and family out there and people out there that like to watch videos. I'm a day behind on reading my book to you guys. Not my book. Justin Stewart book, The Blobs. This is The Blobs Attack of the Glitchies, Volume 2, Chapter 2, The Plan. You don't have to be big to make a big difference. Captain Spludge. Goosebumps Snickers, seriously, a doomsicle. Sounds like something I would order from Blob Cream Truck. Chubbs wasn't laughing. He had to tell Blob Force. He exclaimed, his voice cracking with anxiety. Wilby, you have to hand over those shard things as soon as we land. They'll know what to do with them, right? What? No, Wilby cried. Everyone stared at. I mean, as long as the glitchies don't have them, it's okay, right? We can keep them. He hugged the shard in his chest. Wilby, Zoma said, tone stern, to call doomsicles. Goosebumps smirked. Wilby's expression was blank. Excuse me. She leaned toward Wilby. You know, Doom. Wilby seemed to snap out of trance. Maybe that's what the glitchies called them. I'd call them. He gazed down at the three sparkling jewels in his arms. Goosebumps lunged at him. Smaller and faster, Wilby darted away, holding the doomsicles. Beyond Goosebumps' reach. Seriously, Wilby, you can't keep those. Lord Zord is going to come for them. Kadetsky rubbed his wrist where the handcuffs had been. While I was Lord Zord's prisoner, he can't stop bragging about conquering the whole galaxy with them. He has it all planned out. Then why hasn't he started conquest already? Chubbs wondered. Lobster echoed his question with a little curious bleep. He had them until Wilby stole them. He doesn't have all the doomsicles yet. He is still looking for the rest of them. Kadetsky started to explain. Goosebumps snickered again. Kadetsky glared at him. Goosebumps tried to cover his laugh. I'm sorry, it's just hard to take them seriously when they called. And as you can see, Kadetsky cut him off with impatience, pointing at the shards, and Wilby shard grasped the whole. Wilby stole 3 of the 7 Zord had. Zord needs these to get back, and then I guess if you do the math, you still need to find the last 4 to collect all 11. Those 4 must be somewhere out of his reach, or he may not have located them just yet. So what do you suggest we do with these 3? Zoma asked. Goosebumps thumped on Kadetsky's arm in what was meant to be an encouragement pat. Boss, whatever you say goes. I got your back, even if they call it. Goosebumps collapsed into his chair, his whole body shaking with laughter. Ha ha ha! I can't even say it. Kadetsky scowled at Goosebumps until he calmed down. Once it was quiet, Kadetsky thought for a moment. Okay, here's the plan. Once we get settled on Splotch, someone from Blob Force will give us debriefing about our experience. We'll hand over the doomsicles. Goosebumps made a choking sound. The others shot him looks of annoyance. He doubled over to hide his face. I'm sorry, every time you say, Wilby whined, no, finders keepers, they're mine. He backed away from the group as if someone was going to seize them out of his hands. Lobsters made a chirp sound, giving the impression of frustration that Wilby wasn't cooperating with the group. You're being weird about those, Wilby, Goosebumps complained. Arms crossed, Zilmer reached arch an eyebrow. Weirder than usual. Goosebumps corrected himself. Give me those. He dove at Wilby, who sprang out of the way. At the last second, Goosebumps trajectory carried him straight to Kadetsy's, and knocking the recording comm he stole from the Gutsies out of his hand. The comm device smashed to a wall and bounced on the floor a few times with a crack, crack, crack. Everyone stops, Kadetsky shouted. Goosebumps and Wilby froze in place. Kadetsky rushed to pick up the device and brush it off. Sorry, Goosebumps cried. Does it still work? Kadetsky pressed the play button. A distorted voice blared, and .25 speed were building the ultrazoid voice, and in a few clicks, then the recording went silent. Kadetsky shook the device. Something inside rattled. He fiddled with some of the switches, but nothing. Zoma ran hand on her face. Well, that's not going to be convincing to Blob Force. Kadetsky said, lowering the device in defeat. If I guard these doomsicles with my life, we won't need to convince Blob Force to take them. Wilby argued. Zoma placed a steadying hand on Wilby's back. His panic dissolved instantly in aberration. He stared up at her with wide, spellbound eyes. Wilby, she batted her eyelashes. You may actually save the galaxy by stealing those doom. Please don't say. Goosebumps had tears of laughter streaming down his face. I told you that you needed me. Willoughby puffed out his chest. You can say it now. I'm your hero. Even if you did save the galaxy by accident, Zoma finishing removing her hand. Willoughby slumped. Well, they're too dangerous for you to keep. Kadetsky asked for anyone to keep. Willoughby opened his mouth to protest, but Kadetsky kept going. Since he found them, you can guard them until it's time to hand over them. But here's the thing. You can't let anyone else know about what about the Goosebutt's face contorted with effort not to bust out. Those thingies. Kadetsky finished. No one deal. Willoughby's mouth opened and shut several times. Giving up the blob force for safekeeping would be extra heroic, Zelma added. Winking at Kadetsky, I'm pretty impressed. It seemed to sink in for Willoughby. He tucked the shards in his vest pockets and gave her a single nod. Yes, my sweet. I'll do that for you as a token of my love. Zelma lowered her eyebrows. Remember how I said we need to have a talk about? Intercom crackled to life with harsh bursts of static. Attention, rescues. Sorry, I really don't know what to call you. This is literally my first rescue mission. Anyways, we are approaching our new home world, planet Splaj. Upon arrival, a blob force officer will meet you for debriefing. Also, if you could leave me a 5-star review, that would be great. Thank you. Sit back and enjoy the rest of your flight. Goosebud rolled his eyes. 5 stars with no heated seats. Ding and Con came back on one last time. Oh, don't forget, as Captain Splooge always says, you don't have to be big to make big differences. Oh, that's a good one, Kadetsky said. I'll have to remember that. Here, that the Goosebud will be straight in his vest. Size is relevant. Sounds like something short people say. Goosebud barked back. Everyone buckled into the seats to prepare for landing. Kadetsky stared out the window as glowing lights of Splotch came into the view. The glitchies were out there somewhere, and we had a sinking feeling that they had seen the last of them. You have a good Tuesday.